everybody. Zangorwarrior here. I was originally going to wear this hat to react to the Pokemon Direct. I had this since the Pokemon Sun and Moon Midnight launch, and it's not even size adjusted to my head. So I say this is bullshit. What's going on there? So, this is the first Nintendo Direct of 2020, everybody, to mark another decade of being with Nintendo for so long. I'm going to keep my expectations during this Direct very, very low, to be honest, despite the fact it's roughly at least 20 minutes of just nonsense, I guess. I think I remember the last time I had a Pokemon Direct reacted to, it was like at least 8 minutes or 10 minutes. It was like very, very short. So I think they're going to like pack a little bit more just to keep us in waiting. I mean, for Pokemon fans, the hardcore fans. Don't color me as one. I used to play Pokemon Gen 1 up to like Pokemon Crystal. I played Pokemon Go for a long while, and that was pretty fun. But ever since after that, I kind of sort of lost my mojo in the franchise. I didn't really expect that much. I mean, especially with Pokemon Sword and Shield, that has already come out on the Switch. I don't know, my heart's not really into it. I've been enjoying other games for the Switch instead. Darkest Dungeon comes into mind. That is actually a really good game. Quite difficult too, very brutal and unforgiving. But let's cut the bullshit for now. You don't want to hear me ramble about video games. You're here to see me react to the Pokemon Direct of this 2020. So, let's go, boys. Oh, are they gonna do another mystery dungeon? They're gonna bring it to the Nintendo Switch Online, probably. Oh, we're getting another one, right? Yeah, we're getting another mystery dungeon, guys.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Rescue Team DX.
Oh yeah, that's the tradition with Nintendo. You just call it DX because it's a remake of an old Mystery Dungeon franchise. To be fair, I actually have a Mystery Dungeon game lying around for the 3DS. And I was on the start screen and I left it on standby and it counted my playtime as 24 hours despite the fact I never actually picked it up. That's something they need to fix.
We hope everyone has been finding something to enjoy in the latest entries.
That Subtle Toy over there looks so fucking depressed right now. Compared to Scoreboy over here, he's having a fucking good time.
We've been thinking about how much we'd like it if everyone's Pokemon adventures could go on even longer, with more to dig into and new discoveries to explore.
Are they going to add global events or expansions?
This is why we at Game Freak are now developing the Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass.
Oh, of course, the expansion passes. This is like the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Season Pass. Am I the only person who seems to not even trust the expansion passes and season passes at this point? They're probably going to release like another Pokemon Sword and Shield game with all the expansion passes inside of it in a bundle. So was it like new regions, new gym battles, new Pokemon, new trainer cosmetics? So different Gen 1 form Pokemon are going to be making their reappearance. Yeah, they're showing off all the bags. Different cosmetics. I think I get the idea, guys. So the game's not ready yet. Here's just a bunch of doodles. Different Pokemon evolutions. I suppose that's Moltres? Oh, it's just different legendary birds. Probably ones I didn't know. I only know like the Gen 1 ones. What the fuck? Wait, are you repeating footage again? Yeah, I just saw that. Did the guy have goldfish memory or something? Wait, my stream didn't go back, didn't it? That's not my connection or anything. That's actually the stream playing this. They're playing it like twice. What the fuck? You're off to a great start, guys. I thought you were just recycling assets. But nah, you tricked me. So I'm literally like seeing this for the second time. This Direct is never gonna fucking end.
And the Crown Tundra, planned to be released in fall 2020.
Why not release not winter 2020? That makes sense in terms of the theme of the new region. Provided I had to wait. Well, it's a good thing I didn't pay for this game outright then.
So today, we'd like to show off some designs and concept art to help introduce you to these new areas.
Oh, that's great. It's just a rough draft. We just started working on this, but here, you can have a sneak peek or whatever you like.
This is Mustard, who will become your mentor. He's also the mentor of Champion Leon.
No, I can't take a guy seriously with a name like that.
Mustard has
Is there a reason why he's called Mustard? Does he like food?
Next, we'd like to introduce Calyrex.
Why does this Pokemon have so many balls around his neck? Also has a Zelda reference somewhere around its neck. The Triforces. Is there a reason? Yeah, it looks like a Triforce, not gonna lie. Also despite the fact that the Pokemon it looks green. It's a Link Pokemon.
You'll be able to meet and make allies of all kinds of legendary Pokemon during your adventures in the Crown Tundra.
In Part 2? There's almost more than Part 1! This guy's full of sponsors now. You're just wearing sponsors on your shirt. That's probably the point of the whole game. You win gym battles and you get sponsors for you.
Pokemon Home is planned to launch in February 2020.
Oh, that's only a month away. Oh, it's in the paid service too, so you had to pay for Nintendo Switch Online, and also pay for Pokemon Home as well.
A little bit longer.
And the expansion passes for the new Pokemon. Just dishing out a lot of money.
The Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass will be available for pre-purchase on Nintendo eShop later today.
$30 each. Did you pay a lot for the full game?
You'll also be able to access...
Oh wow, Nintendo Direct's over. Wow, what a way to end Nintendo Direct. It's like, hey, this is coming out for this pros, and fuck you, it's over. They didn't get a chance to say anything else after that. They just didn't give a shit. Brilliant Pokemon Direct, guys. I think you had a little bit of a legacy problem when it comes to hosting your first Direct in 2020, but I can see how it is. You're a big company. You need to make a game. Alright, go figure. You do what you do, Nintendo. Well, to summarize this, they pretty much included an expansion pass in Pokemon Sword and Shield. That means you're gonna dish out more money for new Pokemon, new region, new cosmetics, and that's pretty much it, really. Just an expansion pass. Get excited, guys! But I'm not that excited, to be honest. Like I said, not a big Pokemon fan. I'm sure there are a couple of hardcore Pokemon people that are probably digging this up like crazy. Seeing new Gigantamax Pokemon, new legendary Pokemon from the previous gen series, the fact that they have Mystery Dungeon DX to the Switch now. I might give Mystery Dungeon DX a look at, because I do have Etrian Mystery Dungeon in the backlog right now. And that's a really fun game actually, because I love the series that much, so I thought I might as well buy a spin-off of it. But Mystery Dungeon based on Pokemon, I might delve back into that, because again, I don't have to worry about catching Pokemon. It's more like strategy and a little bit of a dungeon crawler between an RPG hybrid. It's more of my speed, I think, but when it comes to Pokemon, trying to catch them all, and go through tedious battles, and going through tedious gym battles, going through tedious gym puzzles, I mean, it's just the same thing I did when I was playing Pokemon Red and Blue back in the day. Except that it looks graphically amazing, pretty much. It's just not for me. But Mystery Dungeon sounds pretty cool. And I'm not digging the expansion pass. I'm pretty sure that a couple of people will be a bit pissed off about the expansion pass. You just out a lot of money just for the base game alone. You're just getting more of it. They'll probably have a different new expansions or parts in the future, like in 2021, for example. Here's Part 3 and Part 4. The grasses and the fires. Yeah, I can picture that happening. But that's it from me. Sorry I didn't offer much commentary to say, but again, when it comes to these type of directs, I tend to keep my expectations quite low. But I hope you enjoyed it regardless, as well as the direct itself, so tell me what you think. I'd like to hear what you have to say. This is me signing out. Take care, guys.